On today's video, it's time to continue our series of which commanders you should get. And this time, we have a brand new pair, Ramses and Artemisia. Up until this point, we had Edward, Tamaris, YSG, and El Cid as legendary commanders. And this is the third generation archer commanders in Rise of Kingdoms. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why these guys changed archer gang forever and actually made them extremely viable on the field and even in rallies. So sit back, slap a like on the video, and let's go. Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to Gekko Gaming. Just a quick heads up, you might hear my phone ring once or twice or maybe more than that. A plane taking off above the house and explosions in the background. This is not a drill nor a joke. I live in a place that's in conflict and things are getting pretty heated right now. Anyway, that ain't gonna stop us from getting back onto the grind. And in today's video, I wanted to tell you guys about Ramses and Artemisia and why you should get either or both in any scenario. So up until this point in the Rise of Kingdoms timeline, you had the ability to get YSG, the best legendary commander in the game, and an archer commander. El Cid is part of the beginning of the game, another legendary archer commander. And then the second generation archer commanders came out with Edward of Woodstock and Tamaris, where Edward of Woodstock was decently good in the beginning, but then just falls off altogether, while Tamaris does have long-term usability. But she finds herself in a tough spot because YSG is definitely not a primary commander. El Cid is okay as a primary commander. He's not bad, but most people don't expertise him. They just get him through gold keys, and so it takes a while until you get him done. Add to that the fact that the epic commanders are not amazing to be primaries, and archers found themselves in a spot where there was no good primary commander for archers. When Ramses and Artemisia came out, Ramses being a Wheel of Fortune commander and Artemisia being the Mightiest Governor commander, everything changed. From the beginning, Ramses was set up to be a fantastic primary commander. With skills such as Ceremony of Karnak, for the next 2 seconds, the target takes an additional damage per second, factor of 1,000, and its defense is increased by 30%. Meanwhile, it's inflicted a heal immune effect for 2 seconds. This was the first time we saw a little bit of heal immune to counter the Richard healing, the infantry healing in general. With that, you had also, while on the map, archer units led by this commander gain 40% extra attack. Skill damage taken when troops led by this commander consist only of archers, they take 30% less skill damage. When attacked, they have a 10% chance to gain 40% attack and 40% march speed for 3 seconds. Nefertiti's, whatever the heck, companionship. The normal attacks of troops led by this commander have 10% chance to heal a portion of slightly wounded troops all the way to 500 and grant 40% increased defense for 3 seconds. And as a expertise, when you don't have an expertise, that first skill says deals an additional damage per second to the target of 800 and reduces its defense by 25% for 2 seconds. And so the major thing comes in the expertise right here with the healing immune effect and inflicts healing immune, which essentially doesn't allow it to heal. And it also buffs up a little bit the stats to a nice round 2,000 damage plus 30% defense decrease. Add to that, he's an archer attack commander, and all of these factors put him as a great placement, as a great, I would say, option for a primary archer commander. He anti-heals, he heals a little bit, he deals a decent amount of damage, increases attack, takes down a little bit of the skill damage taken, and in general, he is much tankier than majority of the other archer commanders. And so Ramses is indeed a very good option for you to pick up if you're looking to get a well-rounded, and there it is right there, a well-rounded archer march. Having him with YSG or him with Tamaris, which is my personal choice, is a great way to go about it. And my go-to march is indeed Ramses Tamaris, with Ramses tanking up and Tamaris doing the debuffs. Add to that the damage Ramses does plus what she does, the healing immunes, you get yourself a very, very, very strong debuffing, heal nerfing, tanky archer march. And so, yes, I definitely recommend getting and expertising Ramses if you're looking to get one well-rounded archer march. When it comes to Artemisia, Artemisia came in as an archer garrison defense commander, and in her first cycle, in her first life cycle, she actually did really good against Attila Takeda as a defender. Archer garrison, for a little while, for a very little while, was a thing to counter Attila Takeda. She was the first sign of something that can counter Attila Takeda. We expertised her on a limb once while having to take 3 Attila Takedas on a gate back to back nonstop. And on a whim, not on a limb. But anyway, she did fantastic. She was extremely good. But as tech came in and equipment came in, the archer garrison became less significant. But her usability actually went up. If we take a quick peek at her, she has a Battle of Salamis, deals damage to all troops led by this commander of damage 300. So she deals damage to herself, and at the same time deals direct damage factor to up to 3 targets troops in a forward advancing fan shape, up to 1800 damage. And the beauty of her is that unlike any other AoE commanders, she doesn't have a decrease of damage. So you hit 3 targets with full 1800, but you do take 300 damage factor to yourself. On top of that, she has the bow and mount. Archers units led by this commander gain 20% increased defense and increased health. One of the few health buffers in the game. Health is extremely important, and having archer health bonuses on her makes her really, really good. Plus, that defense adds a lot into it. Ally of Xerxes, I guess. While this commander is leading the garrison of your own city or a stronghold, all incoming normal attack damage is reduced by 10%. That right there is the Attila Takeda kind of counter. And at the same time, garrison troops' normal attack have a 10% chance to disarm the targets for 1 second. Disarm means disable normal attacks of a target for 1 second. Again, the Attila Takeda counter. Queen of Caria. When the commander rage meter reaches 80%, there's a 50% chance to silence her troops for 3 seconds, and at the same time grant her troops 50% increased damage for 5 seconds. So it renders the target's troops unable to use their active skills, so she cannot proc her skills. However, she can do 50% increased damage, both attack and counter attack, at a stupendous rate for 5 seconds. Add to that the fact that if in 2 seconds you manage to get yourself to that 100%, you can indeed use this 50% damage on skill damage. And when she's expertised, there's a new skill. Normal attacks have 10% chance to deal an additional damage factor of 400 in target. And the target, cause the target to deal an extra 15% skill damage for 3 seconds. And cause the target to deal an extra 15% skill damage. Okay, so remember that. Artemisia started as the garrison girl. But very quickly people realized that her capabilities make her an extremely, extremely good commander to carry out the strongest, best commander in the game as her secondary, Yi Song-ye. The reason for that is as soon as you get to this point where you get those extra 2 seconds to deal 50% increased damage, his AoE is going to do bonkers amounts of damage. Tamaris Yi Song-ye is probably one of the most used archer marches in the game nowadays. And as a matter of fact, if you ask me for open field, which one of these two you should get first, I would say Artemisia for Yi Song-ye and then Ramses for Tamaris for open field. However, what you should know is that after these commanders come out, the next generation archer commanders have Nebu in them, and Nebu is one of the strongest rally leaders against the biggest garrison in the game right now, Zenobia, and he is best paired with Ramses as well. So if you are going to be an archer leader, rally leader, who's gonna try to counter Zenobia, the best garrison in the game right now, you will absolutely need Ramses. So if we take all that in account, who should you work on? Which one you should work on first? If you're someone who's looking for more than one well-rounded archer march, I believe Ramses and Artemisia are both a must. When you get Nebu with YSG as well, those are 2 insane damage-dealing crazy machines that do a boatload of AoE damage and more damage on top of that. They're fairly tanky, and they're really, really good on the open field as well as a rally leader for Ramses and Nebu. The order you should work on is just based on what your priority is. if you know that by the time Nebu comes out, you will be able to, which would in theory, nowadays you could get them both at the same time, as the Wheel of Fortune will have them both as an option. So which one you should work on first? Artemisia is a Mightiest Governor commander. Ramses is a wheel commander. So if you're looking to do more damage as a rally leader and in general on the field, Ramses with Nebu, Wheel of Fortune, expertises, and you're good to go. While that's going on, you can start working on your Artemisia Mightiest Governor. Once you get her, with her, in her case, you should only need to expertise her because your YSG should be expertised by now. And there is another great open field march for crazy damage. Some of the top tier in the game play with these configurations. And so, is it worth to get either or both? I would say both. I would say they're both good to start with. I just think that Ramses will be an easier achievement to unlock, as spinning wheels is a little bit easier than winning Mightiest Governors. It costs more gems though. I guess it depends what you're doing with the gems. But either way, Ramses and Artemisia, both definitely worth getting, definitely worth using. And yeah, I have them both and I haven't looked back ever since. What do you all think? Would you get either or? Which one do you have available? Which one are you enjoying to use? And which one do you regret maybe not getting? Leave a comment down below and let me know. I'm Gekko. I'm out of here. Appreciate you listening to. Slap the like on this video and hit that subscribe down below. And I will see you in tomorrow's video, where we are going to self-critique our own Arc match with squad, how we played, and give you a little bit of insight. Take care and have a good one. Peace. Hopefully there's actually peace.